What's going on, guys? It's Ryan One Done Radio. I want to talk about the Michigan quarterback situation. Seems like it's officially over now. JJ McCarthy named the starting quarterback going forward, and I'm happy. Let's just say this, because what happened against Hawaii, people can say what they want. It's Hawaii. Yeah, I understand. I get it. But you had to see these two play. You had to give these both JJ McCarthy and Cade McNamara a start. And yeah, it's Hawaii. But let's just face facts on this. JJ McCarthy lit it up, and Cade McNamara didn't even get any points in his drives. What more do we want from a quarterback competition? It's over. Coach Harbaugh has literally said, JJ is the starter now, moving forward. That's it. I mean, that's all you can do. You can't let this go on any further, in my opinion. It's done. It's over. The offense is just efficient when JJ's in the game. When Cade's in the game, I heard this before, and I think this is such a very good point. When JJ's in the game, I know a big play can happen with him. When Cade's in the game, I'm waiting for someone to take the ball and make it into a big play. I'm waiting for Roman Wilson to take an outside screen and turn upfield for a touchdown. I'm waiting for running games to open up and we get big plays off the run. But with just JJ at quarterback, you just expect and you can just see the upside. And I want to first say this, and I said this before when we lost to Georgia. You can watch the video. We did not have all the talent that game. That's how Georgia beat us. They had the talent. We would not have beat Georgia. Let's just say this right now. Our team would not have beat Georgia even with JJ McCarthy at quarterback that year. We were just not ready for that. The moment was too big for us. Our defense got pushed around. We just could not do that. Now, I'm not saying we can beat Georgia, but I'm saying right now we can be more competitive in the game with JJ at the helm moving forward. I'm not guaranteeing wins at this point. I'm not saying we're going to go and beat Ohio State. I feel more confident going into that game. Let's just say that. If I understand it's Hawaii, but if we continue what we have and JJ just continues to improve, I can't see anything else to say why we wouldn't win. But again, we got to see more improvement. And how do you improve off a near perfect game where the only incompletion was a freaking drop? How do you improve? You just don't. You just get better. They're playing UConn next week, then Maryland next week. So we should be 4-0 heading into the Iowa game. Which, let me just say this about Iowa. Their offense is atrocious. You just score any touchdowns against, South Dakota State? And you scored one touchdown against Iowa State, you lost 10-7. And I thought they scored the 7 points the same way they scored the 7 points against South Dakota State. I thought so. I guess not. Now, let me talk about Cade really quick. And from what I was hearing watching the game, Cade was being booed by fans. Let me just say this. Those fans booing Cade McNamara do not represent everybody. Okay? Yeah, I get we have a 100,000 seat stadium, the largest in the country, whatever. You fans that were booing Cade McNamara, shame on you. Shame. Look me in the eyes. Shame. There's no reason for you to be booing Cade McNamara. He is a captain. He was the quarterback that led us back to the Big Ten title game where we won. We beat Ohio State to get there, and we made it to the playoffs. Support the dude. If you booed him, go look yourself in the mirror. I understand he didn't play good, okay? But here's what's so funny about this. If Davis Warren goes in, if Orgy, whoever, was in the same situation as Cade and was playing bad, Are you still booing them? No, because they're young, right? It's not like Cade is 40 years old and sucks. He's a kid too. He's young. Don't boo the guy. Show the guy some respect, some class. A captain. He probably should transfer, and he probably will by the end of the season. Or I don't know if he's. If I'm him, I'm sticking around through the season because the team may need him. You never know. There may be a situation where you're like, "Hey, we need you, Cade. We need you." Due to injury, poor performance, whatever it might be. But do not boo the guy. Like, what are you doing? I heard that. I was just like, that's absolutely. I get it. He played poor. Like 2 for 4, a couple sacks, an interception, and so I saw this on social media, and I thought the interception was like, maybe it wasn't that big of a deal. Like maybe he felt rushed or something. But he had the starting offensive line to give him time. Like, I looked at him like, oh my God, he did have the starting offensive line on that interception. That's a big deal. And he still threw the pick. And you saw frustration. I think at that point, that threw, you knew it's over. Show Cade some respect, some class. I've said this before after I lost to Georgia. I love Cade for everything he did for us, but it's clear as day JJ McCarthy is the better quarterback. I said this after that game, that he was the better quarterback. And we see it. I understand this Hawaii, but Colorado State just lost to Middle Tennessee State. So both teams suck. And one played better than the other as far as quarterbacks. JJ plays better. He only has 1 incompletion so far this season. It was a drop. Can I say this too? I like Ronnie Bell, but man, he dropped the pass. He had the fumble. I'm like, Ronnie, come on, man. Get it together. Get it together. Other than that, he played great. But this is it. Now one more comment. The 2 quarterback situation, everyone's like, oh, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. That's like the NFL. Okay, that's like because you're paying all this money and stuff, and that's that. College, you got 2 quarterbacks, you got 2 quarterbacks. I mean, what's wrong with that? Remember Tim Tebow, Chris Leak, 2 quarterbacks there. They won, no problem. In Florida, you can have 2 quarterbacks. But now we have 1. We have our starter. It's JJ McCarthy. Support him. And support Cade if he ever goes in. Do not boo the guy. That's disrespectful. You don't, and again, all those Michigan fans do not represent us. Okay, have some class. And forever, go blue.